Hey everyone, how are you doing? It's Marla. I wanted to do a review on a couple products that were sent to me by a company called Kiss New York Professional. And what they sent me was their eyeshadow palette. They also sent me their Top Brow Fine Precision Brow Pencil, their Luxury Intense Eyeliner, and their Luxury Intense Lip Liner. Let me tell you a little bit about this company, and I also wanted to tell you that one of the products is a dupe for my pencil that I think runs $18. I think you know which eyebrow pencil I use all the time. But let me quickly just tell you about this palette really quickly, and then I'll get into some of these swatches. First, this palette is called the Goddess Palette, and this is, I guess, Goddess Artemis. And it has 12 universally favorable eyeshadow colors. I'll have you take a look at those. And what you're supposed to be able to do with this palette is transform your look from a day look, kind of a natural look, to a more glamorous evening look. And everything you need is right in this little palette. So you can go from natural to glam. What the claims are on this palette: the eyeshadow palette features the top 12 favored colors that are versatile enough to transform your natural day look to an evening of glamour. The soft, velvety, blendable texture of the eyeshadows provides a crease-free wear. It's formulated and inspired by K Beauty, and this palette is made with only the finest ingredients to bring out your inner goddess. It also includes a high-performance brush, and I like what they say here for those who have been hesitant to go bold, like me. We are here to show you something better. Here we are setting the stage. Now it's your time to be your own pro. Love that philosophy. But anyway, I got this palette and the rest of these products from Octoly. As you know, Octoly is a platform that works with brands, and those brands work with creators, and all they do is we petition the company and ask them if we could possibly get samples of their products to do a review on, and if accepted, the company will then send us their products for our honest review. You know me with Octoly. I only usually petition companies that I think I'm going to like their product, because I feel, why send me a product that I'm going to end up throwing in the garbage can? So I saw this on the Octoly site, and I thought to myself, you know, this looks like a lot of the palettes I've gotten from kind of the drugstore, and let me just test this out and see how the shades are, what the pigmentation is like, and how they blend. They sent me, as I said, the Kiss New York Professional eyeshadow palette, the Goddess Artemis. I guess that's the shade of it. And some of these shades are completely matte, and some kind of have just a little bit of sheen to them. There is no glitter in this palette. I used this palette to do my eye look, which is kind of a pinky look. And as you can see, I used it a lot. There is really literally no fallout in this eyeshadow palette. I've used some eyeshadow palettes where the eyeshadow is flying everywhere. It's all over my table, it's all over my face. This is not that way. These shadows were ridiculously blendable. They are very velvety for the price. Let me give you a couple swatches of these. On my eyes right now, I have kind of this it's almost like a pink stone shade, and I have then a little pinky sheen. There's also a dark brown. There's also a very gold shade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the camera around and get a close-up of these swatches so you can see what the pigmentation looks like. Okay, excuse this disgusting mess right there. It needs to be cleaned up. This is kind of the stone pink shade with the swatch. This was the pink shade that I have on my eyelid. It has some sheen to it. This is the brown matte shade in the middle. This is the bronze shade, which is beautiful. And then this is the gold shade. Hopefully that's focusing. So gold, and then these are the rest. Excuse my ridiculously dry hands. I didn't put any cream on this morning, and you know Colorado. All right, so you've seen the pigmentation. The pigmentation on these is really great for the price of this eyeshadow palette. And again, I have it on my eyes right now. I have just 3 of these shades on my eyes right now. Sort of this pink stone one right down here, and then all over my lid, I use kind of this pink shade sheen shade. And then just on the brow bone, I use this matte off-white shade. Love this palette. I was really surprised at how nice these shadows were. So then I tested out the rest of the products they sent me. The first one I used on my eyes was their eyeliner. It's called their Luxury Intense Eyeliner. It is retractable. It is the blackest black. That is the shade. Okay, this is kind of funny. This is the eyeliner they sent me. It looks like that. This is the eyeliner I always use on my eyes. It looks like that. Basically, the one they sent me is exactly like the one I love and use all the time. It has a lot of pigment in it. It's soft and very creamy. I'm just gonna do one little kind of, look at that. Really super, super creamy eyeliner. I love it, and darkest, very dark black. So I will be definitely using this interchangeable with the one I already have. Next, they sent me the best product of all, their Top Brow Fine Precision Brow Pencil. Now, I'm gonna have you take a look at this, and then I'm gonna have you take a look at the brow pencil that you know I always use and swear by, and I think cost $18. So let me compare these for you. This is their retractable pencil. I'm going to give you a close-up of these two also. This is how it comes up, and again, it is retractable. Pull it down, and the other side of it is a very precise little spoolie. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison of what they look like, and also the swatches for these. So, you know, this is the brow pencil I normally use. This is theirs. They basically look identical. Their spoolies are almost identical. Let me give you a close-up of these, and then I'm going to do a swatch of these also. This is what both products look like when you're looking at the pencil itself. I don't think you could tell the difference between which one is which. One is the one I normally use that costs $18. The other one is by Kiss New York Professional, which is a fraction of the cost. And then I'm going to flip around to the spoolie sides. I don't think you guys could tell really much other than the length maybe of the spoolie. They are pretty much being close to, I would say, identical. Now for the most important part, the swatching. If you look at these two swatches, you cannot tell the difference between the two. The only difference is I pressed a little harder with the one on the bottom, but if I would have given it the same light stroke as I did my normal eyebrow pencil on the top, they would be exactly the same. The top one is in dark brown. Theirs is considered brunette. They are both creamy. I had no way of knowing the difference between the two of these pencils other than the fact that I actually had to look at the container that they were in, and that told me the name of them. If somebody had me blindfolded and then they put these swatches on my hand and I had to tell which one was which, I would not be able to tell the difference. Just would not. So that's the swatch. So let me say it out loud for everyone to hear. This Top Brow Fine Precision Brow Pencil from Kiss New York is exactly the same as my Brow Wiz from Anastasia of Beverly Hills, but it's a fraction of the cost. So this is one of the few micro pencils, and it's retractable, that I've used and tested out that I can actually say I would replace and use instead of the Anastasia of Beverly Hills. The cost of this, big difference. Now I don't know how long this lasts because I've only recently got it, but I will definitely buy Top Brow over the one I normally use. My shade is exactly the same. The only thing is I don't know what the Kiss New York's shade range is. I was lucky enough that my dark brown is an exact dupe for their brunette shade. I love this pencil. And finally, they sent me a lip liner. Now, I'm not going to judge the lip liner on the color. It's brown. I normally don't wear brown lip liners. Just normally don't wear a lot of brown lippies, but for this video, I needed to because they sent me the darkest of dark brown lip liners. But it is super, super creamy. It's a beautiful lip liner. Again, it's retractable, and I'm going to show you a close close-up of the shade, but it's a retractable pencil and it's super, super creamy. I mean, that was it. That's all I had to do to get a lot of it on my hand. Let me flip this around. The lip liner is this top shade, and you can see how much product it deposited on my hand. It is super creamy. This shade is dark brown. My overall review of these products, I love them because they saved me money. Actually, I found a dupe. Now, I don't know what their price for their eyeliner is compared to my drugstore eyeliner, but their eyeliner is an exact dupe for the eyeliner I normally use, the eyeliner pencil. But the most exciting thing to me was I found their brow pencil, which is an exact dupe for my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil, at a fraction of the cost. That's it for my review of these products from Kiss New York Professional. I want to thank Octoly, and I want to also thank Kiss New York for allowing me to do a review on their products and letting you know about the products in case you were not familiar with his company, and let you know about a dupe that can save you some money. Take care. Bye-bye from Marla.